when look at Comm Mkhwanazi, even his posture, uniform not the makaba Comm Mkhwanazi, when you look at him, you see a man in uniform who's disciplined, who's determined to deal with crime. He must be the commissioner of police, that guy, or anyone similar to that guy. I told Begitele when we were in that place where the whites were trying to destroy a police station, Senegal, where it was me and Mkhwanazi came, I said to Beggy, this is the guy who must be a police commissioner, not these things you are offering to us all the time, who are driven by corruption.
Well, you need to professionalize the civil service. You need people like Mkhwanazi, the commissioner of police in KZN, who knows that when I'm a policeman, I do police work. I'm not there to impress politicians, whether a politician likes it or not. So we need people who are professionals, who are going to say, this is my responsibility, I love the country, and everybody you employ, you must give them the constitution and the flag and tell them this is what you must be loyal to. Not this other shenanigans. They are here to live. Every 5 years there's going to be someone. The state will remain. Be loyal to the state. We need to arrest. That's the only thing, and we're going to arrest under our government. We're going to run this government, by the way we're running EFF. When you come to EFF events or offices or whatever project the EFF execute, you will not find anyone running around sweating, not knowing what they are doing. Everything is orderly. Everybody knows my job is to do this, from there go home. We need leadership and decisive leadership.
Ndonga awukadubula umuntu manje
usahamba nje wena
hayi mina ayikhuleka ngeke ulunge la kumina.
I'm encouraging the police not to die with their weapons on their hands. Amaphoyisa lokuqala njengoba ngithi ngiqala ndathakusa ngabo4 engena amabhilidi ephuma seze sakwazi ukubopha abantu abangaphezulu kwa120 esibatholeke yonke le ndawo esisebenza yona namhlanje. Iningi labo ke abantu bokuhamba kungebona bala abanama amaphepha ukuba la eSouth Africa baboshelwe lokho base police station nje bakhuluma nabo. Kukhona abanye sibabophele ukudayisa ama drugs, nama drugs amaningi siwatholile emabhilidini. I'm sure we have seen in the past quite a number of drugs that we found from the containers. We are not searching all the containers. We wish we can search every single container that comes in. So there might be 1 or 2 of them that are finding its way into the city. Hence, we have this quite number of drugs that have been found when we're busy with operations. And you see the behavior of the youth also out there as they consume a lot of these drugs. So that's part of the problem that we have. The coastline in this province is quite long, and there's a lot of ships as we talk. There's at least no more than 10 that are on anchor outside there. Anything can happen in those ships there. So our prevention strategy is to try and protect whatever comes through the coast, come into our province, to try and do a lot of policing in that area. There's challenges, but if we can win that side, we believe that we can reduce quite a number of the drugs that we find in our city.
And this is not the first operation, and I think it begs the question, how many times are you going to do this before the problem is solved? It seems like, well, some of these will probably go to court. The reality is that some will be released, some will be deported, there'll be various charges that will be dropped. We see it all the time. But then we'll probably talk again next year and we'll be back at these buildings. I mean, that is the reality, isn't it? Why is that?
Yeah, we're happy that the mayor has decided to join us here so that he can come and witness himself, because our biggest problem as law enforcement is buildings like these that are not properly managed. You know, the owners have abandoned the building, and other people decided to hijack the building, and they demarcated different flats inside, and they're renting them out. And there's illegal connection of electricity and the likes. So the evacuation of people that are innocently renting, it's another legal process that the city must embark upon. So we came into this specific building where we were standing in last year, and we found a lot of bad things and people and illegal connections and legal occupation of the building. But a year later, people are still in the same building, and we are finding the same things again. So it means we now must come here as the police, and I don't think it's a fair thing to do. So we'll request that authorities that have got powers to take control of such buildings to recover them from illegal occupation, and that will help us to slowly win the fight against crime, because we go building by building, and once we clean them back and we make sure that they are properly occupied and they're properly controlled, and people are paying rates as they're supposed to, and there's proper connection of electricity and water and lights, that will just assist in bringing the law and order in this city.